Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. An elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Oregon Ducks, the House of Loud, Autzen Stadium in Eugene, as we'll see the number 9 team in the country, the USC Trojans, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, and guys, can't wait to get this one started. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So USC's offense will go on the attack first. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will, a really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game, maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Looking for room. It's Sanders. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? All right, guys, let's think big picture USC. With just a few games remaining, they're atop the conference standings. Jesse, how hard is it not to look ahead at this point?
Really, really hard, because everybody's talking about the conference championship, who you might play. You still got to deal, you still got to take care of business on the field.
And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. And the Trojans will punt this one away. Bringing out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Gets his first one of the day off. He was called on 4 times in last week's win. So Oregon's offense has the ball for the first time. Moore to the air. Going for a big play right off the bat. He's got it at the 15. Touchdown, Ducks! He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Okay, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Here's the handoff. Nifty run there, pickup of 6 out to the 25. The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
These are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up, man. We don't have to say anything in the locker room, give these big speeches. You know what's at stake, Jesse. You're ready to rock and roll. This is when you prove you're the big dog.
Which is pretty cool, too, because it's been a long season. And these teams obviously are both physically and mentally tired, but you're right. For this kind of game, this is the one you circled at the start of the year. You knew that this was going to matter. There was going to be a lot on the line. Now it's time to go out and prove you're the better team. And, David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
To the air, it's Mayava. Trying to beat the D deep. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down. Let's talk for just a second here about USC. Not sure if you guys saw this, but they had a big-time four-star running back give a verbal commitment last week. What's his transition going to be like, David?
Well, first of all, everybody saw it. It's all over social media, right? The excitement of landing a guy of that caliber. And just, I mean, that creates excitement in the whole recruiting class in this next cycle.
Off the RPO, complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. The power of Autzen Stadium on full display. The house of loud is deafening on this third down. Leaves it with the running back. He stopped at the 32-yard line, not enough for the first down. The Trojans line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Wants to return it. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. First play of this drive comes from the 35-yard line. Motion from the back. Looking to throw on first down. Just missed on the connection, incomplete. Guys, let's chat for a moment about Oregon. They got a huge boost to their defensive front in recruiting last week. 5-star backer, verbal commitment, some future help in the form of this guy, David.
Oh, ball. And these are the guys.
There he goes. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. The Ducks want to pick up the tempo.
This guy just gives you nightmares. I mean, he's just got so much electricity. He just pulls it down and chews up yards like it's nothing. That's a quarterback. A quarterback doing that to your defense.
They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. And the Ducks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Moore will throw. That's caught. It's Benson. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. It's first and 10 from the 13. On the ground, it's Whittington. Got enough space, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Oregon!
This running back was not going to be denied. Nice blocking up front to create a hole for this running back, and he was able to take advantage.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here's the return from inside his 10. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. To the air on first down. Here comes the heat. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. After the incompletion, it's second and 10 from their own 25. Wants to go up top. This time he's got his man. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better third down situation.
And I like the QB here. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to third down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
On third and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's cut.
It's amazing to think just how confident this offense was coming into this game. They thought they were going to go up and down the field throwing the football in this one. That has not been the case. They have not yet scored a touchdown in this one. They just threw an incompletion on third down now, looking like they may have to punt. This offense has got to find their rhythm. And you've got to wonder about their confidence at this point of the game.
Desperately wanted to convert on fourth down, but couldn't do it. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. He's got the tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time and get to that first down marker. The Ducks can really attack on this 2nd and short. Moore to the air. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete. Let's take just a second and talk about Oregon. I'm sure you guys saw what a get in recruiting. 4-star defensive linemen gave them a verbal commitment just last week.
Yeah, you can't get enough of these guys, man. And they're excited because you got to play so many defensive linemen. This is the guy that's going to come in, be in the rotation early and often.
Here comes the field goal unit. He's going to try to punch one through from 45 yards away. The official says no good. Missed the field goal, but still a 2-touchdown lead at 14.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Wants to go up top on first down. Makes the catch. It's Lemon. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. In their vision of that play, someone would run free after making an easy catch. There was nowhere to run and nowhere to go except down.
Probably looked really good when they drew that one up on the board this week in practice, but obviously a lot more difficult to go out and execute. Give the defense credit. Great stop.
Gets it out to the 38-yard line after picking up 10 on that one. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. Unloads to the right. Got his man. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the first down.
Really nice pass right there. This guy's got a lot to live up to. So much pressure when you think about playing quarterback for the Trojans. Heisman winners, guys like Carson Palmer, Matt Leinart, Caleb Williams. There's a lot of people watching this guy hoping he can be the next great one at USC. When you see throws like that, he gives you the hope that maybe, you know what, he might just be.
And the Trojans have it with a 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Mayava. Grabbed in the middle, it's Strachan. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Looking to fire. Sets up the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Time has expired here in the quarter and Oregon has the lead. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. Now to see if they can answer this early blitz here in the 2nd quarter. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws for the tight end. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
I want to give a shout-out to the defense there on 3rd down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback. On 3rd down, really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Hauls it in, the first down and more. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Wants to throw. It's Mayava. Throws to the tight end. Makes the grab. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. And I think on that last completion, it was a good example of that.
The Trojans trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. Use the play fake, now to throw. He's moving out of the pocket. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Trojans! It's a much-needed life from this offense as they try to cut away at this lead.
No doubt. Needed something to go right. If you're down, you got to make plays. You got to get your team back in it. Great start. Keep chipping away.
Lining up to add another. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, fellas, here's a final update on a clash between top 15 teams. Penn State was able to squeak one out in front of those home fans at Beaver Stadium. In fact, I think in the end, the difference may have been that Happy Valley crowd who leaves happy with the win. Big implications today and a notable result as one team trends upward and the other has some work to do.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. The run from the shotgun. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Moore will throw. Fires to the big fella. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
Listen, nice completion, short game. Now you get to 3rd down. 3rd down's more manageable. But guess what? If I don't get it on 3rd down, I still got that 4th down in my pocket. Nowadays, analytics, we're going for it anyways.
Quickly to the tight end. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. Passing game kept the drive moving. Here's 1st down. Quickly out to the tight end.
Great job by the quarterback there. He saw the safety bite on the run fake. So as the safety comes running downhill, he now knows he has the slant throw to his receiver on the outside.
He'll do it himself. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. He's loose down the left side. The tag. They finally get him down, but a huge return. Not only do they get the ball back, but, man, did they set up some field position.
And there's so much skill to these returns. As soon as you get the football, man, watch the defensive guys turn into blockers and understanding how to follow your blockers. And he did everything right except for getting the end zone. Got it inside the 5-yard line. Now set up the offense for great field position.
The huge explosive play put them right on the doorstep, and now they've got to punch it in. Pushes for the goal line. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Got nothing last time. Now 2nd and goal from the 3. Pushes ahead. And he is stopped. Not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
They and love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is 3rd and goal. Quickly complete. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, USC!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Extra point here will tie the game. And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Looking for a gap. It's Hughes. Breaks into the open. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. No matter what uniform the Ducks are rocking, they are dressed for success on the ground.
Yeah, and that's who they are, right? They're dressed for success. They run the football, and then after that, what do? They run it some more, and they run it fast. Every Oregon team always been built on that tempo and ground game.
The offense has 1st and 10 from the 42. Moore to the air. They'll run the screen. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1. The Ducks with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
When you talk about outstanding pass rushers, you're always talking about dynamic guys, and he's been that each and every week for this defense. Speed, he's got power. You just simply can't block him, and that last play is his 10th sack of the season.
On 3rd down, going up top. With the catch, it's low. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. And the Ducks will line up to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And that is just a spectacular punt, and he will pin them in the shadow of their own goalpost inside the 5. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They evened things up the last time they had it, and the defense helped them out and a chance to go on top with this drive. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. They'll go to the ground. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately, a 3-yard loss.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. All right, guys, let's think big picture USC. They've climbed into the top 10, been through some battles, proving themselves to be one of the best teams in the country. What do you think about their chances of staying there?
Well, they got to keep playing at a high level, and obviously they've had tons of success now to crack into the top 10. I'll tell you, when you get top 10, David, you get everybody's attention.
Yeah, you get everybody's attention, but I hope this team ain't just searching for a top 10. Like, I hope they're trying to be the best team in the country, and you hope the best is still to come for this squad.
Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short.
Love the coverage and not giving up an inch defensively. Their 3rd down, smothering the receiver. As soon as he caught the ball, down he went. They've got this offense pinned.
Looking for a push on 4th down. Picks up the 1st down, still moving. And the Trojans will move the sticks. This offense tries to get rolling from its own 15 on 1st down. Looking for a man. It's Mayaba. Fires left. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated. He missed that connection.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
This one's complete. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 with the first down. The Trojans come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll run it from the gun.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inches.
And the Trojans come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Back to pass. Looking to the big tight end. Fires into traffic, picked off. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession. They'll try the run. Gets it past the marker. Quick timeout call on the offense after the play. From the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Right back to the well. Wrestled to the ground, but he's inside the 10 and down to the 9. The clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for 2nd down. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. It's complete. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Ducks!
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now? Going into the half with the lead, with the momentum.
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Now they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with a young fellow on the sideline. Be like, what are you comfortable with right here that we can run? Maybe stay aggressive, but make sure I don't make that mistake.
To throw, it's Fox. Throws to the wideout. On target to the left. Across the 50 and knocked out of bounds at the 48. And an explosive play gets this offense working.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Unleashes one deep. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
They'll run play action. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. He's looking deep. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. The Trojans will kick it off to start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Moore will throw. Steps away to find some room. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Hold.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. They want to throw it. He lofts one down the sideline. Snatches it on the right. There he goes. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Oregon.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Gentlemen, that pivotal top 15 battle is in the books. Here's how things went down. Miami is going to get out of Dodge with a win. It's a shave that might have been a little closer than Canes fans wanted, but a road victory feels great no matter what the final score is. We'll see a lot of games this week, but few will have as much of an impact on the new top 25 poll next week as this one, gentlemen.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Moves up to the 34-yard line, giving him a 10-yard pickup. And the Trojans racing to the line in the hurry-up. Looking back to last year, the Trojans made a midseason quarterback change. You might expect that, trying to live up to what came. And the defense, they've got him at the 27. It's second and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. Looking to pass, it's Mayava. He rifles one deep down the right side. It's caught. Finds a seam. Touchdown, Southern Cal. Once he got some room, it was over.
And it's now the second time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Looking for blockers. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Looking to throw on first down. Got a man, it's Benson. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. Picked up some yardage with that completion, now second down. Wants to go up top. Grabbed over the middle, it's Hughes. And they knocked him down, but he got past the line to gain. Now on first and 10 from the 29. Use the play fake, now to throw. He's going for the big play. He's got it on the outside. And he's brought down after a huge completion. What a nice throw there, just carving up the defense. You make these types of passes downfield, and it reminds me of Justin Herbert just carving up Arizona State for nearly 5 bills.
Yeah, just making big plays in the passing game. This offense is built on the run. It always has been. It always will be. That's what the Ducks hang their hat on, but making those explosive plays down the field when the defense slips up and loses a little bit of eye discipline.
Moore to the air. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
This guy is just playing like an All-American his last couple of games out now. Last game he had 2 sacks. He just registered his 2nd sack in this game. He has been virtually unblockable.
The sure hands, it's Benson. He stopped short, and it's 4th down. The Ducks will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
False start of offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. 2nd down coming up. Looking to fire. He's going to fire deep. Intercepted, and that is the last thing they needed.
Nice play by the DB. Most people say offenses have the advantage, right? They know where they're going. They have the footing underneath them. Defensive guys, you still got to guess. You might be a little bit more cautious. No, sir, this defensive back does a great job breaking the football, going up and making the INT.
They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. From the 22 on 1st and 10. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Moore will throw. Under fire. Hauls it in. Oh, there might have been trouble if they had knocked him down so quickly. The Ducks have pushed it inside the 20. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Pocket breaking down. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. And the Ducks get it past the sticks.
Well, it's a heck with being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip shot field goal of where they were on that 4th down, but they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
Well, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
Catch in the middle, it's Moore. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the end zone. Pass is broken up, incomplete as they were trying to strike for 6. The Ducks will try to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And the 4th down pass falls incomplete, and they'll have to give up the football. They've got them penned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Looking to throw on 1st down. Working that left side now. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. The Trojans with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Now he's going to glide away from pressure.
He's never a doubt. Are you kidding me? He had a 2-yard cushion there. Like, he knew exactly where he was on the field, trying to throw the ball down the field, create some space, right, to make it easier for your play caller. Quarterback gets sacked, but thank goodness it wasn't a safety.
chains keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Complete downfield. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
This has been a rough night for this offensive line. Man, they have not protected their quarterback. Everything starts with the big guys up front. That's their 5th sack given up of the game.
And the Trojans with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Looking to throw, it's Mayava. That's caught. It's Sanders. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. How can a stadium this size make so much noise? You can't hear yourself think on 3rd down here in Autzen. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. That's caught. It's Sanders. He'll make a play on 3rd down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32. The Trojans are flying down the field. To the air on 1st down. Fires to the middle. And here's the 3rd interception of the night. Smashes through the tackle. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play. This should be the last play of the quarter. Snagged in the middle. It's Stewart. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter. That's the end of the period, and Oregon has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Here's a quick throw out to the left. And the first guy couldn't get him, but the second one does, but not until he picks up the first down. Down to the 23 for this 1st and 10. From the shotgun, the inside give. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense. The Ducks have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Back to pass. Wide open downfield. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. 1st and goal from the 7. And this defense has to step forward. Not only do they have to get a stop, they've got to do it quickly to keep that time from running. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks! And they take it in for 6 more points. As they push that lead out, a really good opportunity to get back in the win column. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Alabama rolled to victory, flexing an offensive muscle that almost reminded folks of the record-setting team led by Mac Jones, Najee Harris, and Devontae Smith. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Pulls it in. It's McKenzie. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. You're going to win this game.
And the Trojans want to crank the tempo.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, it doesn't matter what's happened up to this point of the game. Obviously, things haven't gone our way, but we have a chance to execute in a 2-minute situation and give ourselves a chance to win. Let's go do it one play at a time.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking downfield, it's Mayava. Rushes on him. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. It's incomplete, but here comes the flag, and I think it's going to be a 1st down.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's call it.
Wide receiver comes in motion. They just keep firing. Buys a little extra time. Makes the grab. It's Sanders. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. Yeah, they're trailing here in the 4th quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
With the catch, it's Lemon. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a 1st down.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock. That is at a premium for this offense.
Couldn't hang on to that one. This defense has already picked off 3 passes, almost had the 4th. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Looking left. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
There's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
The power of Autzen Stadium on full display. The house of loud is deafening on this 3rd down. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Big man has it. It's a 1st down and more. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the 1st down. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the 1st down? So close to cashing it in for this offense. To throw, it's Mayama. Oh, they're after him. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. The Trojans come to the line in the hurry-up. They'll run it. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Trojans. Lead in the game, and the confidence is building if only there's enough time to finish.
Time is ticking, but, man, you gave yourself a chance now. Now the defense, go out, do your job. We got the momentum. If you give me the ball back, I'm going to win. Let's go, defense.
The kickoff unit is out there, and, boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference.
Breaks away in the middle. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before it's finally stopped. They say it's still a game of field position, and that last one just flipped this baby. They've got it 1st and 10 in the red zone. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. The clock continues to run, and they'll be happy to wind it all the way down before they snap it. 2nd down, he'll throw it. They're working that left side. And just a short and safe pass play. They pick up a few. Started this drive with a bang, but now it is third down. From the gun, wants to pass. The throw. Makes the grab. 2-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back. And the Ducks trying to get a touchdown on first and goal. Moore to the air. Finds his big tight end. Touchdown, Oregon! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They built a comfortable lead and trying to hang on for a Week 13 victory.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Wants to go up top on first down. Here's a throw downfield late. And it's his 4th interception of the game. And they'll down after a solid return. Guys, I think we all expected this game to be close. A couple of teams that did